What's good, people? First off, I want to thank everybody who's liked, subscribed, and hit that notification button. Your support is much appreciated. Thank you for giving me your attention. Now let's get to it. The streets is saying Vladtv is the reason why AR-AB is in jail right now facing life for this drug conspiracy charge. I'm going to give y'all all the details in a minute, so make sure y'all like, subscribe, and hit that notification button as well. AR-AB is one of 9 people charged for being a part of a drug trafficking organization responsible for distributing large quantities of coke, crack, meth, and heroin throughout North Philly. These niggas wasn't even selling weed, they was selling straight work. You feel me? This is all allegedly. People are saying Vladtv interviews are responsible for getting AR-AB locked up. But I did research, so I'm going to give you the full details so you can make your own decision. It's not what it seems, people. Now, here's a list of the people that's in the indictment, right? I told y'all it's 9 people. What I want you to do, though, is look at the first name. That's AR-AB. Look what they trying to say his alias is. El Patron. When you translate that, that means the boss. I hope these fools wasn't calling him El Patron over the phone and they got wiretapped. If so, that's bad news, my guy. That's bad news. Remember, this is all allegedly, people. All allegedly. The actual charges are conspiracy to distribute 5 kilos or more from 2016 to 2018. So at first I was like, that's not a lot. That's slight. You feel me? 5 birds, 2 years, that's light. But when you really get into the details, you realize that, nah, it's more than that. They're saying that the drugs were purchased from California, sent to Philly. They're saying someone rented high-end condos at stash houses. And starting in 2017, the police executed the first raid. The first raid, they got about 2.5 ounces of crack, 8 ounces of heroin, and some meth, right? $8,000 in cash and a gun. That raid got the attention of the FBI, the DEA, because in May 2018, the FBI ended up hitting another condo, right? Not the police, the FBI hit a condo, and when they hit this condo, this must have been the stash house, because there wasn't no grams or nothing like that. You talking, they found 10 birds, 10 keys, 6 pounds of meth, and $20,000 in cash. That's not light. When this is all said and done, you know, the charges that he's facing is basically like the RICO, continuing criminal enterprise. That's life in jail, my G. This is Philly. This is Philadelphia, the same state that convicted Bill Cosby. Think about it. The FBI conviction rate is 93%. When they come in, when they do their thing, they 100% trying to say, look, we got enough evidence to put you away. Right now, you got Ralo dealing with something similar. The streets are saying he may come home soon. We don't know, but only time will tell. Now, like I said, people are saying Vladtv is responsible because of the interviews that AR-AB did with Vlad. In these interviews, he explains on how he was given the plug, or the plug gave him the operation when he got locked up. He basically inherited a plug, a main supply, right? And the key to the city. He says this in an interview. People are like, oh, Vlad is the police. Now check out this clip.
Trying to say it the right way. Yeah, I made a lot of money on the streets. I made a lot of money. Not like drug lord, big meat money, but like, I made enough money in the streets to take care of my family and everybody, like everybody around me. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars on the streets. Hundreds. You feel what I'm saying? One of the most popular, one of the most money-generated blocks in my neighborhood was the block I grew up on. So I knew the owner of the block. He used to give me dollars to go to the store. So when I decided to do something, they never denied me. Then he got killed and left a void. You understand? And I brought some guy from an older guy from another neighborhood to my neighborhood, and he had the brain, he had the money, he had the system, so he ran it. And I was under him. A lot of people hate that started a whole lot of war. I started a big war because I brought somebody else. That's when I started going to jail for violence. Around that time, I was going to jail for violence and drugs because nobody wanted the guy I brought to the neighborhood. They ain't wanted him there. But he was bringing all the stuff, and I was And I was helping him move it, and we just made a lot of money. This guy, the block I grew up on was doing like 10,000 a day. You know what I mean? That's why if anybody heard me on the interview said I'm making that much money, it wasn't just me. It was the guy that I brought to the neighborhood. It was his. He made so much money. His brother got killed. His father got killed. And he just was like, man, I'm done with it, man. And I said, let me have it. And he made it like a way where he still could make some money. Just let me have it. And I'm not saying it was easy. I'm not saying, I didn't start it. You know what I'm saying? I inherited because he made so much money. There was so much shit happening in his family. He wanted to back out. I was from the neighborhood. I understand it. They really wasn't going to get violent with me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I thought at first.
Now, yes, people, in this interview, he really is giving a lot of details. You know what I mean? You would say, okay, the only time I would sit down and say something like that is if I'm 100% out of the game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any ties to the game. Because if I'm talking this detailed and I'm still in the game, like, I'm setting myself up, basically. I'm dry snitching. As I said before, the first raid happened September 2017. This interview came out October 2017. Now, I know from doing interviews, you may do an interview, let's say, today, and you might not put it out for a month or two. So let's say he did the interview before the raid. If that's the case, can you still say Vladtv is the police and the reason for him being locked up is because of that interview? Now, if it was me, if I was ARAB and I knew that shit happened in September, I would have hit Vlad and be like, yo, scrap that whole interview. Do not put that interview out at all. I don't want scrap it now. I'll pay you to delete that shit. You feel me? That's what I would have done personally. But some people want the clout. When I seen them interviews, I was like, yo, this nigga's crazy. At the same time, I said, all right, he did sign a deal. You know what I mean? He is from the streets. You know, he might have flipped a little something, but maybe he's not in the streets anymore. Maybe he's really in the studio making this music. But then I'm like, but I don't hear no music from this nigga. You know what I mean? I don't hear shit on the radio. I don't know. So what I want to know from y'all, is someone snitching from OBH? Or is it Vladtv interviews that really got him knocked? Hit the comment section with your opinion. I am Super Sean and this is Famous Before the Fame podcast. Peace.